Nick Wambugu, the videographer legendary behind the Bloody Parliament documentary, working with BBC Eyes on Africa, was pronounced dead on 7th January 2026. This is the biography of Nick Wambugu.
My name, blew just like 6 months ago in May when me and 3 other guys were arrested for the...
Nick Wambugu, the biography of Nick Wambugu. Nick Wambugu, he was also referred to as Nicholas Gichuku Wambugu. He died at the age of 34 years old. He's a Kenyan filmmaker, videographer, documentary storyteller. He is known for documentary filmmaking, visual storytelling that highlights social justice and human rights issues in Kenya. Early life and career. Nick Wambugu was a Kenyan creative whose passion was storytelling through film. Driven by a belief that visual narratives can give voice to ordinary people and spotlight societal issues, he built a career in filmmaking and videography that spanned more than a decade. His work focused on culture, identity, protests, governance, and human resilience, often highlighting the lived experiences of communities and marginalized groups. He worked on narrative and documentary projects, including collaborations with international broadcasters, non-governmental organizations, and creative institutions. Early notable work included the documentary Street Dreams, which he spent years filming and which helped establish his voice as a filmmaker deeply connected to the stories of everyday Kenyans. Major works and recognition. Wambugu's career gained significant national and international attention with his involvement in the 2025 BBC Africa Eye documentary Blood Parliament, which examined the 2024 Gen Z-led anti-government protests in Kenya and raised questions about police brutality and accountability. The documentary was widely viewed and sparked public debates on press freedom and civic space. He also directed and produced The People Shall, a documentary capturing personal stories from the same protest movement, worked that further cemented his reputation as a storyteller committed to truth, justice, and empathy. His rising influence in the industry led to recognition as one of Business Daily's top 40 under 40 influential professionals in Kenya in 2025. Challenges and controversy about Nick Wambugu. Following the release of Blood Parliament, Wambugu and 3 fellow filmmakers were arrested in May 2025 amid controversy over the film's content. They were detained and later released, and Wambugu alleged that police installed spyware on his phone while in custody, raising serious concerns about unlawful surveillance and media freedom in Kenya. These legal and political challenges did not stop his creative drive, but rather reinforced his belief in the role of documentary filmmaking as a tool for accountability and social change. Illness and death. In October 2025, Wambugu began experiencing severe fatigue and was later diagnosed with hypercellular myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, a rare bone marrow disorder that prevents the body from making enough healthy blood cells. Despite his illness, he continued to engage his audience, using social media to fundraise for life-saving bone marrow transplant in India, estimated to cost around 9 million Kenyan shillings, about $70,000 US. One of his last posts emphasized his lifelong dedication to telling courageous stories through his career. Nick Wambugu passed away on 7th January 2026 after a prolonged battle with the disease. His death was announced by his lawyer during court proceedings connected to the Blood Parliament matter. Let's go to legacy. Nick Wambugu did not just leave us alone, but he left us with a legacy. Wambugu is remembered as a thoughtful, principled filmmaker who believed deeply in the power of documentary as a vehicle for change, justice, and human dignity. Colleagues, family, and the wider film community have paid tribute to his courage, creativity, and unwavering commitment to documenting important moments in Kenyan history. This is the story of Nick Wambugu. This is the videography. This is the biography of Nick Wambugu, the legendary videography behind the Bloody Parliament protests covered by Nick Wambugu, working with BBC Eyes on Africa. Nick Wambugu was one of the most influential videography who has covered the most historic moments in Kenyan history. He has participated in many awards, including awards in the Hollywood in Bros Warner Studios, which he won an award, and was also involved in other positive activities such as inspiring youths through conferences. Nick Wambugu lived a short life, but a very impactful and inspiring life. Remember, this is Imara TV. Remember to like, share, and finally subscribe. Thank you.
My name, blew just like 6 months ago in May, when me and 3 other guys were arrested for the Blood Parliament documentary there. So our tag name is the BBC4, because you're 4 guys. We don't have a charge yet. That's to make it clear. We don't have a charge, and it's already 6 months down the line. But we were taken to court on false publication and cybercrime. I don't know how. First of all, I'm not a publisher. BBC is a publisher. So then the cybercrime side of it